Frankie? Brenda, where are you? You're 5? Sweet. Natasha, you're kind of a 2. All right. Good to know. So take that in and, as we practice kind of a balanced practice, really just to drop inside, to kind of connect to our monthly club intention this month is resiliency. And just the idea of being able to rebound, to continue the course of action. I know Einstein, I often think, he said, I'm really not smarter than anyone else. I just stay with problems a lot longer. And that tenacity is, it's hard, to continue going on, again, with the unknown, the uncertainty. But this practice is all about, finding that place inside that is unchanging. And it always has been. Originally yoga was to transcend suffering. Now we use yoga more in the modern terms, the new agey terms of being a good person in the world. Definitely important, but both of them together, help us to tap into that place inside that is, there's peaceful, it's calm, it's wise, and hopefully you touch it a little bit every time you get on your mat. So I'm going to start us flat on our back, please. And I'm going to mute everyone. As always, if anything goes awry, please someone speak up. I do have a large screen, which is so nice. If your device is far enough away, I get to see. And thank you, Frankie and Dan, for Frankie said I needed to get you further away. It's all about distancing now. So yeah, you can either motion or unmute yourself if anything goes awry, but once you rest flat on your back, find a comfortable position. So if your legs feel better if they're bent, by all means, bend them. If you prefer legs outstretched, then go ahead and do that. And just kind of squirm around there for a little bit. This is practice, and also yoga has always been about a journey. The original interpretation of the word yoga was huge. It was to connect you to your higher aspect, and that was always a journey to find truth. So that is always your journey, acknowledging what your energy levels are like tonight, and setting your, affirm here in the first posture. This is a posture. This is you coming to your mat. Your mat is your universe, really. For you to explore how to connect a deeper relationship to your body, your breath, the subtle aspects of who you are. Once you're absolutely comfortable, maybe rolling your head or just, wiggling fingers, toes, unhinge your jaw, relax your throat. And start to breathe a little more mindfully. Always let it begin with your breath. Breath being that thread that actually brought you into this world. When you were in the womb, you were breathing together in unison with your mother. And then when you came out of the womb, that first breath brought you to life. We'll leave this world with one breath. And the more we can connect to your breath throughout each and every day, especially when you're on your mat, the more it will help us to get inside to that unchanging place. The highest aspect of who you are, the more subtle aspect, the energetic aspect of who you are. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And feel the wisdom of your heart beating, your breath moving. Hopefully there's a little movement in your belly. Dirga breath. Remember, the word dirga means complete. Let this practice wake you up to all that you are. Dirga also means deep. Affirm your ability to go deep. Deep into the messy stuff, deep into the beautiful stuff, deep into all the stuff that comes your way. Take 3 more Ujjayi breaths. Give your breath a little sound now. And let that whispering ocean-like sound, feel it. Feel it. Feel the vibration. Hear it. Use your direct connection to aliveness. Being fully alive. And bring your hands to your heart. Make any personal intentions or dedications for your practice. Whatever it is, you know, that you're working to create, right? To sustain or to let go of in your life. Maybe you want to dedicate your practice to someone who needs light, love, hope, tenacity. And then reaching your arms way up overhead on the floor behind you. If your knees are bent, go ahead and stretch your legs out long. Feel expansion. Out of vertical gravity here, being held by the earth, expand out. Reaching through arms and fingers, reaching through your legs as well as your toes. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And then take a very deep breath in. And as you exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Give your right knee to your right hand. Open your right knee to the right as you open your left arm to the left. Take one more deep breath there. Pass your right knee over to your left hand. Let the leg be relaxed. Pull your right knee across your chest. Open your right arm to the right. Nice. You can turn your head in any position that feels good to you. Keep the Ujjayi sound. Let your breath be that thread again that connects you to sensation. And then bring your knee back to center. Hands behind your thigh. Extend the leg straight up in the air. Roll your thigh a little bit in and a little bit out. Use your hands to help you to kind of feel that internal and external rotation. And then a few times, bend and straighten your knee, maybe circle your ankle. And then bend the knee, open your arms wide to the side, and just let the foot kind of swing side to side. Let it be loose and free. It's like a pendulum. And then stretch your right leg out long on the floor. Now open your right knee along the floor, out to the right. Bring it across your body and slide your right foot along your left leg. Do that just a few times. So breathe deeply. It's kind of a big oblong shape, basically. But you're swirling your thigh bone around in your hip socket. Let your shoulders be relaxed. Take it one more time in this direction. And then reverse in the other direction. Draw your knee up and open and around. You're just kind of tracing, that oval shape with your knee. Dragging your foot along your leg. And then slide the right leg out long. And pause, release, relax, and just feel that first Kriya. So Kriya is an action that prepares you. And usually there's a little vibration. Notice the subtle sensation first. Then stretch your arms back up overhead, reach your legs out long, stretch fingers, stretch toes, take a very deep breath in. And exhale, hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a good hug. Give it to your left hand. Open your left knee to the left. Open your right arm to the right. Take a deep breath. Letting your body again be heavy on the ground. As you exhale, bring the knee up. Pass your knee to your right hand. Pull it across your body. You can let your hips roll if that feels okay. Let your shoulders be heavy on the ground. Your head as well, so you're Your shoulder girdle's undisturbed. And then bring the knee back, hands behind your thigh. Straighten and bend the leg a few times. Just enjoy this supported position for now, how comfortable your spine, your torso, is once supported on the ground. And then pause at the top. Do that little internal and external rotation. Keep your breath deep. So your hands might even be able to help you feel that. Rolling the knee out, rolling the knee in. What's available tonight? And then let the knee bend, and in a playful way, just kind of sweep the foot side to side, a little bit like a windshield wiper. Deep breath. And slide your leg out long next to your other leg, and then open the left knee along the floor to the side. Bring it into your belly, across your body. Slide your left foot down your right leg, and take that sort of, swirly pattern, combining all of those movements basically. So you have outward rotation, hip flexion, internal rotation as you take it across your body, and then extension as you reach it out long. And then come to a convenient stopping place and go ahead and reverse a few times in the other direction. This also wakes up your core body. So we're going to generate a fair amount of heat tonight in your core. First, we're going to feel this easy movement in your hip. Lots of viscosity there. Take it one more time. Deep breath. And then slide the leg out long and pause. Let go, let go, let go. Life is a series of just letting go over and over and over. Relax. And then bring your arms down and alongside your body. Press your thighs firmly together. This is for stick posture, okay? It's going to create a little more heat. Make your legs nice and active. Flex your feet strong. Press through your heels as you hug your thighs firmly together. So it is as if you're standing up with your arms long at your sides. Inhale, stretch your arms way up overhead. Press your palms together. And then open your arms back out to your sides. So do a sun breath a few times. So this is more into your shoulders now. Inhale, arms along the floor and up overhead. Press your palms together if that feels okay in your shoulders. And then open as you exhale back around and alongside your body. Do this 2 more times. So legs are still quite strong. Quite strong. Flex your feet really strong. Press through your heels. Hug your thighs together. Keep the Ujjayi breath. Now this next one, when you inhale and you stretch your arms up overhead, pause, hold your breath in, press your palms together, reach through your heels, press your low back down to the ground, hold for a few moments, and then let it all go and relax as your legs relax as well. Bring your arms around to your sides. 2 more times like that. Your arms sweep overhead along the floor, press your thighs together, activate everything, flex your feet strong, hold your breath in, press your low back down, and hold for a little longer this time if you can. Everything's hugging to the midline, and then release everything, relax your legs, let your arms come around to your sides. Do that 1 more time. Hold for as long as you can this time. Arms out and up and overhead. Press your palms together. Hug your thighs together. Reach through your fingertips. Reach through your heels. Press your low back down to the ground. Hold. If you want more, engage your pelvic floor. Pull your pelvic floor in and up. Hold until you feel a stirring sensation. And then let it all go and relax. Bend your knees with your feet flat. Separate your feet as wide as the mat. Take your knees in a windshield wiper side to side. Catch hold of your elbows above your chest and pull your elbows in the opposite direction of your knees. You can let your head kind of follow your knees. So as your knees go, your knees go to the right, head to the right, but elbows to the left. And one more thing here for your shoulders. Bring your knees to point up. Circle your forearms all around. All around. And then go ahead and reverse a few times. Deep breath. Bring your knees in toward your chest, hands between your legs, happy baby. Pull your knees right straight down to your armpits. Then make sure your low back stays, or your tailbone stays flat to the floor. Try not to roll your hips up. If catching your feet makes your butt roll up off of the ground, it's better to catch your ankles. Keep your bum down. Feel deep hip flexion, rock a little bit side to side. Nice, and then hands behind your thighs. Rock up to a seated position, right into boat. So you rock up, lift your chest, hands behind your thighs, flex your feet strong, reach your fingers towards your ankles. Take 3 deep breaths here. Keep your chest lifted, find the natural curve in your low back, Diane. Yes, a little more, lift in your chest. Beautiful, take 2 more full breaths. Ujjayi sound. And then place your hands down behind you, feet down on the floor, into reverse table, counter pose. Inhale, lift your hips up, and exhale, land your hips, dive your head down between your knees. Do this a few times. You can place your hands in any position that feels comfortable to you, and dive your head down. Do it 2 more times. So as you lift up, drive your hips as high as you can, stand firm on your feet, and then round your spine as you dive down. 1 more. Rise, and then dive down. Very nice. Back into boat posture. Find your sitting bones. Lift your feet. You can go back to quarter boat with your shins parallel to the floor. Hands can stay or reach to your ankles. If it works for you this time, stretch your legs out long. Reach your arms up next to your ears. 5 Ujjayi breaths. Whatever boat works for you. Lift your chest. Alice, it's beautiful. Pressing thighs together. Nice, Natasha. Lift your chest. Lift your chest. Take 1 more full breath. And then sweep your hands down. Land your feet. You can go back into that reverse table with both hands on the floor, or if it works this time, sweep up onto one hand so you add a little bit of a twist, and then alternating sides. So you inhale, rise, and exhale, lower. Nice. Take that a few times. Make sure you feel you're pressing down evenly into your feet, whatever version you're doing. If you like both hands, make sure you feel even if you're alternating sides, and then cross your ankles, roll over your knees, and come to table. In your table pose, take a few circles, get a big swirl of your hips all around your knees. Now in the background, let's keep the Ujjayi sound. You can go a little faster, a little slower. You do you. What does your body need right now? Reverse your circles in the other direction. Nice. And what do you feel happening as you're doing that? In your neck, your shoulders, what's there? What's really open? What's a little bit more restricted? What feels warm? What else is necessary before you leave this pose? What else can you visit? And then come back to center. Tuck your toes under. Press your hips back towards your heels. In a very slow motion, unfold or lift your knees into a bent knee down dog. Keep your belly on your thighs for as long as you can until you can't keep it there anymore, and then let your legs lengthen and lift into your down dog. Take a very deep breath in. And exhale, come right back down the way you got there. First, get your thighs to your belly. Get your thighs to your belly. Hover your knees a little bit above the floor, and then pull yourself forward into cow. Lift your chin, lift your tail. We're going to do that one more time. Press your hips back towards your heels. Fold your belly tightly to your thighs. Ears between your arms. Hover your knees. Go slow. How much can you feel here? How tightly can you keep your belly to your thighs until you can't keep it there anymore? And then straighten or lengthen your legs. They may or may not be straight. Keep your spine long. Take a very deep breath in. Out through your mouth. Do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Hara exhale. 1 more. Deep breath in. Out through your mouth. And bring your feet together.
Stretch your right leg way out back behind you. Bend your right knee, heel pulls toward your bottom. Circle the right knee wide to the side, into your belly, past your other thigh. Do 3 big circles here. So now this is similar to what you did on your back. Let's reverse. But now you can go behind your body. Find the hip extension to feel the strength in your glute. 1 more. Right leg reaches long, 3-legged dog. Bring it all the way up between your hands for lunge. And once you're there, lower your back knee, sweep your arms out back behind you, knee down warrior, Anjanasana. Top of the back foot to the floor. Nice catch. Take 2 more deep breaths. And then as you exhale, open arms wide, land your hands. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, press back to down dog, hips up high. Deep breath in. Bring your thighs to your belly. Bent knee down dog. Slowly bring your knees down. Hover them just a little bit above the mat. And then they land. You pull yourself forward into cow. Let your chest release between your arms, shoulder blades together, lifting your tailbone. Keeping your toes tucked, press your hips back towards your heels. Fold your belly to your thighs. Hover knees a little bit above the ground. And then unfold this last time into a tight hip flexion, thighs to your belly. Until they can't stay there anymore, straighten out your legs. With your feet together, stretch your left leg out back behind you, 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee a lot. Curl your heel tightly to your bum. Keep your heel pulled into your bum. Feel the strength of your hamstring. Take 3 giant circles in one direction. Open the knee wide to the side. Nice. Pull your thigh tight to your belly. Let it brush past the other thigh. And then reverse in the other direction. Frankie, Dan, that looks amazing. You should see your silhouette. It looks so beautiful. Big circles. Now stretch that left leg out long. Bring it all the way up between your hands for lunge. Lower the right knee to the ground. Knee down warrior. The top of the right foot is down. Arms open and rise up. Take several deep breaths here. Keep the back of your neck long. You can certainly add the back bend. The weight of your arms drawing back can help you to find the lift in your chest. 1 more full breath. And then circle your hands around, land your hands to either side, tuck your back toes under, lift the knee, step up to forward fold, empty your lungs. Plant your feet firmly, feel the middle of your feet so you're not heavy in your toes nor your heels. Inhale, rise halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, get your belly on your thighs. Open your arms wide, push through your feet, so we're out, up, open, little back bend. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Let's move through kind of a modified sun salutation. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up and open. As you exhale, swan dive and fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Place your hands down, step back to plank. Make your plank strong. Heels at the top of the plank, heels press back. How long of a line can you create from the heels to the crown of your head at the top of your plank? Keep your elbows unlocked and roll the eye of your elbows forward. So that's external rotation in your arms. Keep your neck nice and long, your low belly strong. Take a very deep breath in. Softly lower your knees to the ground, tops of your feet to the ground. Now play with this little seesaw. Your face goes down, your butt goes up, and then your head comes up and your butt goes down. So as you bend your elbows, it's like a little tricep push-up, and you get close to the floor. Your elbows bend back toward your body, literally like a seesaw. Now the next time you bend your elbows and your chin goes toward the mat, you kind of slide forward and lift in a little baby cobra. So not much help from your hands here. They stay there, but try not to push down. Instead, pull your hands back. Take 1 more full breath. And then release. Press up to table. Tuck your toes. Fold your hips toward your heels. Lift into that bent knee down dog and then unfold into your expression of down dog. With your feet together, stretch your right leg way out back again. Use the exhale to bring it up between your hands for lunge. Stay in the high lunge this time. You always have the option to lower your back knee if you need to. Arms open back behind you and up into crescent warrior. Nice. Now as you exhale, open your arms into cactus and then sweep your elbows back, hands back for Yoga Mudrasana. Clasp your fingers, knuckles toward your back heel, lift your chest. And then bow, humble warrior, over your front thigh. Get your palms together, reach your knuckles nice and high, and go as deep as you can on the inside of this front leg. Reach your knuckles back, rise all the way up. Release your fingers, sweep up into your crescent warrior, and then out to go down, reach forward and soft landing of your hands. Press back to down dog. 3 breaths here. Longer spine as you press your hands straight down. Keep reaching your sitting bones really high. Remember, keep your head in line with your spine. Nice. And bring your feet together. Stretch your left leg really high. 3-legged dog. Feel the strength in your glute there to get it high. And then bring your foot all the way up between your hands. Stabilize. Arms open back into crescent warrior. Frame your ears. Remember, keep the back heel pointing straight up and a strong back leg. Now as you exhale, you go through cactus. So bending your elbows and kind of pressing back helps you to find that engagement in your upper back. Keep your shoulder blades hugging together. Sweep your hands low, clasp your fingers. Reach your knuckles towards your back heel, stargazer. And then take a big dive out to go over your front thigh, knuckles high. If you can go a little lower, the inside of that front thigh, go there. Breathe deeply. Reach back through your knuckles. Make your way back up where you came from. Release your arms at the up next to your ears. And now out to go down, so reach forward. Reach way out, way out. Take your time. Land softly. Step back to down dog. Take a very deep breath in. And as you exhale, go forward into plank. Now you can either lower your knees and take that little dolphin dive, or if you want to go into the low plank, you rock forward onto your tippy toes, elbows in toward your ribs, and then lift into up dog. So you always have the option to land your knees in your up dog. It's perfect. Tuck your toes if your knees are down, and then lift into down dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep your waistline lengthening, so think of your side body. Reach your hips way out away from your pinky fingers. Now with as few steps as possible, walk your feet up to your hands. You can also hop if you prefer. Plant your feet strong. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, drive through your feet, soar out, up and open. And exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, so the outward rotation, let's have your hands on your hips. For a tree, and we're going to take from the front of your mat, because we're going to take your tree and step it back into side warrior. So root into your right foot, open your left knee, and cup your calf. Remember, you can also kickstand your heel against your ankle. Okay? So you have your left knee wide to the side, hips square. And all the balance postures, they really do tend to, attract your attention, right? There's usually a little demands for you to find that center place. Now if your arms can reach up overhead. Ooh, hello. I'm going to suggest we take your left, so you have your left knee open to the side. Take your left wrist behind your right wrist, so just your wrists are crisscrossed, and then turn your palms to face each other and lace your fingers again in Yoga Mudrasana. So you just cross your wrists, lace your fingers, maybe a little back bend. One more deep breath there. And release your arms out to the side, hands on your hips, step your left foot back and plant it for side warrior. So the right knee stays bent, your hips are squared to the long edge of your mat, open your arms. Sinking deep into your lunge, flip your front palm, reverse warrior, sweep way up and back. Now as you exhale, come back up tall, straighten or shift your body weight forward. This is for a balancing half moon. So you'll be balancing on the right leg again. Walk your left foot in and tip over, lift the left leg, and reach your right fingers down. You don't have to tip too far. If you have a block, of course, sometimes that's helpful, but it's also quite fun to play with no props. Softly bend your right knee, step back with your left, reverse warrior, sweep up. Now windmill your hands around to either side of your front foot, lift your back heel, and then step back to down dog. Take a very deep breath in, lower into plank. Feet together, hands as wide as your mat, staying on that right side. Right? So press into your right hand, roll to side plank, left arm up in the air. Now maybe the left foot can come back into tree. So you can open your left knee toward the ceiling. You can cup your calf. You can also step on the floor in figure 4 if you prefer. Take one more full breath. Nice. Gracefully make your way back to plank. Hips up into down dog. Breathing in and out. Use your mouth for that exhale. Get rid of some stale air. Deep breath in. Out through your mouth. One more full breath in. Exhale, exhale. Your choice. Stepping or hopping up to the front of your mat. Exhale when you get there. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. So out, up, open, little back bend. And exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. So we have that whole tree and balancing half moon on the other side. Find the outward rotation, the right leg, right? So you open your right knee, you're kind of at the front of your mat so you can step back into your side warrior. And once you open the right knee, choose your position for tree. You can have your heel on your ankle, cup your calf. If you'd like to reach, choose the thigh, you can totally go there. So let's just play, right, with an arm position. If you're ready, you can reach your arms up overhead. Now I'm going to suggest just wrists, right? Your right wrist goes behind your left, and then swivel your hands, your palms to face each other, and lace your fingers, just like Yoga Mudrasana. And then lift into a little back bend. Holy cow, does any of that change your breath? Can you still keep your breath long and steady? Take one more full breath. And then bring your hands down to your hips. Step your right foot back. Turn your hips to the long edge of your mat for side warrior. Open your arms wide. Nice job, Frankie. She just went over and helped Dan open his right hip, which everybody really benefits from. So the back hip, pull the right hip back, pull the left hip forward, so you really feel, this broadening across your front of your pelvis. Let's have a reverse warrior. Left arm stretches way up and back. Beautiful. And then come back to side warrior. You want to get your foot on your front, your body weight rather, on the front foot. So heel toe in a little bit with your back foot, and then push off and find balance once more on that left leg. The difference now is you're in outward rotation on the left leg versus the right. Find balance. And the balance in your body is going to come from balancing your breath. Keep your breath steady and smooth. Gracefully bend your left knee. Step back where you came from. Reverse warrior. Alice, what's going on there? I love it. And then slow motion, windmill your hands around to either side of your front foot. Lift your back heel. Float to plank. Remember, at the top of the plank, heels are pressing back. Outward rotation of your arms. Strong belly, strong belly. Oh, and by the way, your glutes are working in plank.
With your feet together and hands as wide as your mat, you should be in the perfect position to press to your left hand and roll to your side plank, right arm up in the air. So the same right leg that did your tree can do the tree here. Avoid your knee. Maybe you like the figure 4. That might be a better choice for you. You could put your foot on the floor. Take one more full breath. Nice. Gracefully make your way back to plank. Rise to down dog. 3 deep breaths. Use that harder exhale. Out through your mouth. Again, deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath. Exhale. Your choice, stepping or hopping up to the front of your mat. Exhale when you get there. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, so we're out, up, open, little back bend. Exhale, hands come home to your heart. Nice. So let's play with that one more time. We might actually add a little piece. So start on the left side with your left knee, foot and tree anyway. So root into your right, open the left knee, cup your calf, stand strong. So feel this grounding down, right? For every down, in fact, I would say that the majority of your work, where there is balance, you're equally pressing down as you are rising up. Arms can come up overhead. The left wrist can go behind the right, which really kind of messes with your brain. So you have this sort of, crisscross action. Lace your fingers, little back bend if that works. Easy jaw, easy neck. One more full breath. Hands come down to your hips as you step your left foot back, opening your hips to the left side of your mat. So with your hands there on your hips, make sure you feel that your hips are definitely open, right? So your both hip bones are pointing toward the long edge. Open your arms wide. And let this warrior 2 remind you of your expansive nature. You are radiating out through both arms, up through the crown of your head. In the reverse warrior, flip your right palm, windmill your right arm way up and back. Let your left arm wrap behind your back, if that feels okay. Feel your hip crease, that front hip crease, if you can get your hand around there, and sink deeper into your lunge. Nice. Now come back through your warrior 2. Heel toe in for balancing half moon. Shift body weight to your right foot, lift your left leg. Maybe the bottom arm, your right arm, can come in front of you. Let that help you to pull your bottom shoulder under and your top shoulder back. Gracefully bend your right knee, make your way back to warrior 2 into reverse warrior. Add one more thing here, lateral angle, right elbow on your right thigh, left arm around and overhead at a high diagonal. Now the right knee, you can press with your right elbow to keep that right knee parked right over your right ankle, and can roll your belly and your chest open toward the ceiling. Take one more full breath. And then look at your right foot, bring your hands on down, lift your back heel, float to plank. Feet together, hands as wide as your mat. Press into your right hand, roll to side plank, left arm up in the air. Tree option, left foot on your calf. And remember that calf, your bottom leg has to press into your top foot. Lift your hips higher. One more breath. Make your way around to plank. This time lower all the way down to the ground, belly down. Open your arms in T. Chin or forehead on the mat for twisted locust. Right leg lifts. And roll your right leg across your body on the high diagonal toward the left side of the room. Your shoulders stay down. And you're lifting your hips, rotating or twisting your torso, but keeping your head centered and your shoulders down. Bring the right leg back, lower. Do that on the left. Lift your left leg, twist, roll, and reach. And make sure the leg is kind of on a high diagonal so you feel the strength in the back side of your body. One more breath. Bring your leg back around, lower. Hands under your shoulders, your choice. Press to plank or to table. Make your way straight back to down dog, hips up. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in, out through your mouth. Now this one's kind of weird. Breathe in, empty all the air out through your mouth. Hold your breath out and pump your belly. So suck your belly up under your ribs and push it out. Suck it up under your ribs and push out. Just move your belly. I know it's kind of strange. Pump your belly. Get rid of tension when you need to breathe. Let all that go and breathe. Walk your feet up to your hands or hop if you like. Fix your feet so they're parallel. Root down through the center of your foot. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, push through your feet, soar out, up, open, little back bend, and bring your hands down to your heart. Pause. Faye, how you doing, honey? Good? All right, so same sequence. This is kind of your tree warrior flow. Right foot turns out. So open the right knee, choose your position for tree. Really feel the ground, the whole surface of your left foot. So as you press down, balance that out with a rebound. Balance it out inside with your breath. You can bring your arms up overhead. Right wrist goes behind the left. Turn your palms to face each other. Lace your fingers. And if you like, a little stargazer. The stargazer is that back bend. It's just like cobra in an upright position. Take one more full breath. And bring your hands down to your hips. Slow motion, step the right foot back. Turn your hips to the long edge of your mat to your right side. Good catch, Frankie. Open your arms wide. And your warrior two, look over your front middle finger. Nice. And then your reverse warrior, flip your left palm. This is also called exalted warrior. Now you don't want to go back so far that you wrinkle up your back waistline. It's most times a little more straight up rather than too far back. Wrap your right hand behind your back if that works. Sink a little deeper into your front thigh. Nice. And now come back through side warrior. Just for half moon, heel toe the back foot in to get your body weight on your front foot elegantly. Ooh, or maybe not so elegantly. Lift the back leg. Maybe your bottom arm comes forward in front of you. Let that pull your bottom shoulder under and help you to open the top shoulder up. One more breath. Got it, Diane. Hang on, honey. Bend your left knee. Step back also gracefully. Or maybe not so gracefully. Left arm. Yay! Left arm comes up. Reverse warrior. Adding the lateral angle. Left elbow on your thigh. Right arm overhead at a high diagonal. Remember, lateral angle does have a little bit of a twist. Park your front knee over your front ankle. Roll your belly and your chest open toward the ceiling. Nice. One more deep breath. And then bring your hands down to either side of your front foot. Lift your back heel. Step to plank. Top of the plank, heels press back. You want to get long, really long, heels to head. Feet together, press into your left hand. Vashisthasana, side plank, right arm up in the air. Maybe you do your tree version here. You can also do figure four where you step the front foot on the floor. It's a very similar action. You still have outward rotation on that right thigh. One more full breath. Beautiful. Bring yourself around into plank. Elegantly lower all the way down to the mat. Everything lands at one time. Arms open wide for twisted locust. Forehead or chin on the mat, just so you feel the back of your neck is long, not crunched up. Feet together. Let's start on the left side first. Lift your left leg, roll and reach. Now while you're reaching the left leg, up and across your body, you got it, Natasha. And your arms are out wide if you can. Arms wide, and yep. And keep your shoulders down, keep your head centered so you're twisting and reaching. And then bring that leg back to center. Switch. Right leg lifts, so that's hip extension, right? Get the right leg up behind you and then twist, external rotation. Roll your hips to reach the right leg across your body. Yeah. Take one more full breath. Come on back to center. Lower your leg. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Your choice. Press to table or to plank. Rise to down dog. Breathing in, out through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. Hara, exhale through your mouth. This last one, deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Breath retention, hold the breath out. External kumbhak, now pump your belly. So you suck your belly way up under your ribs and push it out. You're just making a wave-like action with your belly. Move your belly, move your belly. When you need to breathe, breathe. Take your time, walk your feet up to your hands into forward fold. Dangle for a few breaths in your forward fold. So you can catch hold of your opposite elbows, relax your head. And then release your fingers. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, push through your feet. Soar out, up, open, little back bend. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now, this is actually a crowd pleaser. So the idea of using your breath, right, to, kind of build energy, right? So we'll move into squat. And the exhale, it's a hara, using that hara exhale, but it's a pumping action as well. So root down through your feet, reach your arms out and up. And as you exhale, sit into Utkatasana. So arms out in front, and you're sitting back. Make sure you like your squat. And to remind you, Utka means fierce. It means awkward and fierce. So I'm going to find an edge where you sit deeply here. It's a little bit of a balance challenge. You're sitting back, into your heels, moving your knees back, keeping your spine long. Ujjayi breath. And then begin to pump your arms. Deep breath in, out through your mouth. Pump your arms vigorously, out through your mouth. Build some heat here. Nice pumping. You're pumped from your upper back. Get fierce. Sit deep, feel everything you own, and move some air. Move air like you mean it. You have two more. Deep breath in. Breath in. Out through your mouth. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, let your arms flutter down at your sides. And it should be a little like you take a snow globe and you shake it up. Feel it. I know your arms are working there too, right, Frankie? Let's separate your feet shoulder width. Coat sleeves, how's that? Easy little tension out of your shoulders, out of your spine. And actually, with your legs kind of wide like that, open your arms and then bend your knees and cross. Open and cross your elbows. Open and cross your elbows. So a little spring-like action with your legs. And then the next time your right arm is on top, hold. So you're in your eagle arms. Now if you can't quite cross your elbows over, it's probably a better idea to hug yourself. You can cross your elbows, either press the back of your hands together or hook your thumbs. Or if you can get into that yoga mudrasana, try to lace your fingers. Now, your journey, right? Let your head release, and a little like I always think of this as like a bear scratching their back on a tree. Just scrub around here. Find any areas that might need a little breath, a little space.
And then come up tall and circle, squat deep and circle your elbows around just 3 times in one direction. So you're sinking into your legs, circling your elbows around. And then reverse in the other direction. Sink into your legs and circle the other direction. Keep reaching your elbows away from you. Now remember, the right arm is on top. Release your arms. And let your chin roll toward your chest and one ear to one shoulder. Pendulum your head one more time. Just feeling lots of length in your neck. And then open your arms wide and cross your elbows. And open and cross. One more time. End up with the left arm on top. And find, whatever position of arms works for you. Dropping your elbows down. Sometimes you feel a nice, broadening across your rhomboids, a little kind of high in your upper back. Lifting your elbows up gets a little more kind of toward the center of your back. But scrub around here. Remember, make it yours. Do you. There's probably something there waiting for you to feel it. And then we'll take 3 circles in one direction with that squat. Big circle. Make sure your spine stays long. And kind of squatting straight down the center, but you're adding a little twist, and then go in the other direction. Deep breath. Nice. And let them go. So make your way to the center of your mat. Have a seat. Lean back onto your hands now and let the few windshield wipers happen again. So the internal and external rotation of your thighs. Now let both knees roll to the right. Lift up onto your right hip. Turn toward your right as far as you can. Keep your chest lifted. Push the floor away. Glide your left knee back as far as you can. Look over your right shoulder. Take one more full breath. And then release that. Come back around. Now obviously go the other way. Let your knees roll to the left. Walk around to the left as far as you can. Try not to lean on your hands too much. Lift up off of your hands. Move your right knee back. So there's not a sinking, right? There's this sort of, propulsion up. Turn and look over your left shoulder. Take one more deep breath. Nice. And then unwind and come back around to center. Plant your feet, knees bent, arms at a high diagonal. And go as slow as you can, okay? So it's almost like you're melting. Keep your heels anchored to the mat. And slowly, so you're rolling your hips under. There's a lot of tone in your low belly. Your breath is steady, so don't let it disturb your breath. At any time you need a little help from your hands, put them behind your thighs. Take your time to roll your spine all the way down, and then your shoulders, and then your head, and let your arms open to the sides. Let your legs stretch out long. And pause there in a symmetrical position. Lift your right leg tiny, tiny, tiny bit away from the floor and reach it away from you as far as you can. And then let it lower. Do the same thing with the left. A little bit, little lift. Reach your left leg as far away as you can and then let it lower. And lift your right arm a tiny bit away from the floor. It's like someone, catches hold of your wrist. Sometimes in Shavasana, it's such a nice traction. So if I had your wrist, pulling your arm away and then let your right arm rest. Same thing with the left. Lift it up away from the floor, reach it away from you to create some space in your shoulder joint. And lengthen your arm, let it lower. You can roll your head a little side to side. Think if you had eyes on the back of your head. And you were turning your head not necessarily from the front, but from the back. And in that cervical rotation, if you did have eyes in the back of your head, how far to one side could you roll your head to look in the opposite direction? And then conversely on the other side. And then make your way back to center with your head. Separate your teeth. Create a little hollow in your cheeks. Smooth out your forehead. And with a soft open throat, just watch your body breathe. I want to share tonight to close our practice and take these words in from, this is a commentary from the Yoga Sutra. This is by Swami Satyananda. He says, remember that yoga practice is like an obstacle race. There are many obstructions that are purposely put in the way for us to pass through. And they are there to make us understand and express our own capacities. We all have that strength, but we don't seem to know it. We seem to need to be challenged and tested in order to understand our own capacities. In fact, that is the natural law. If a river flows easily, the water in the river does not express its power. But once you place an obstacle to the flow by constructing a dam, then you can see the strength in the form of its tremendous power. So despite the obstacles that are put in our way, the problems, the chaos, the confusion, the frustration, the learning challenges, right, the stripping away of all the familiar structures, may we find the capacity for the tremendous strength, recognizing we have everything we need inside, not outside. We are creative, and we have endured many calamities of our ancestors. We come from a long line of very strong, tenacious. Take a deep breath in and exhale with a sigh. And trust your trillions of cells in your amazing body to know exactly what to do with whatever you dug up in your practice. As you wiggle your fingers and your toes, know that you have changed because you showed up. You showed up on your mat, your place to journey inside into how you move, how you think, how you feel, how you struggle, how you conquer, how you grow. Constantly growing. And then take your time to roll to your side and stay there for just a couple of breaths. And then rock yourself up to seated, root down through your hips. Just to close our class together. As you lengthen your spine and feel that sense of elongation, right? The ancient texts talk a lot about your spine being, a central energy channel, Sushumna, your staff, that through any storm, you can find that really it's a pillar. It's a pillar of connection from in spirit down to this material world. Hold yourself long and open. And bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, thumbs to your heart and heart to your thumbs as you nod your head to honor yourself, right, for coming to your mat with a sense of curiosity and willingness to dive deep inside to all the messiness as well as the beauty. I thank you for showing up and shining bright. May we all live and love fully. And recognize this is not one long race. This is many short races with tons of obstacles in the way that are put there purposely for us to grow and to find the tremendous strength that we have inside. Because we may not be smarter than the next guy, but we can stay with the problems for longer until they grow and they shine us up. Namaste.